Welcome to another Farm Town Misadventure with Charlie Manylayers and JJ. This is part one of a series of videos on how to put water on your farms and the tools needed to do so. If this video helps you, click on like and subscribe. Enjoy. We're starting here on a brand new farm that has nothing on it at all, except we do have some dirt paths, which sometimes we find that we need to have. But for what we're going to do today, we don't need to have that on there. The reasons you may want to put fish on your farm is for using them as ingredients for your facilities, or for decoration, or in many cases, people put lots of fish on their farms in order to gain a lot of XP, experience points, so that they can level up quickly. And others do it for the same reason, but also because when you have many of those fish that you don't use for facilities, you can sell them back to the mayor and get lots of farm coins for doing so. So this is reasons for doing it. And you have streams and stuff of that nature you can use for decoration, but they also do have fish in them as well. We won't be really going into them as much as we will the tools and the primary waterways that have fish that people generally use. They're found in your store. So that we go to their store right there. Looks like a little store. And all I gotta do is click right on it and go to ponds right there. Okay. These are various things you can buy. Most of them are for decoration, and many also have fish in them of various numbers of types. Except once you start getting down in this area here, get more. And for simplicity, we're going to look for lakes and seacoast. You have big seacoast, which are farm cash, has 203, and it goes two different directions in that way, and here two different ways that way. This one has 212 in there of 6 varieties. This is 6 varieties with 203. And it's also farm cash, 32 farm cash there, 32 farm cash there. And they have fish in there that the small seacoast does not have. And if you use them, when you purchase them, you get 980 XP. Then you have two different types of small seacoast, each one with two different directions. The first one here has got 122 fish of 10 different varieties. The second one has 98 fish of 10 different types. They both cost 300,000 seacoast, and both of them give you XP of 1,000. So that's one of the reasons many people use them a lot in order to get lots of experience, which in turn allows them to level up quickly. This does have a disadvantage, however, is because once you get all the way to the top level, you don't go up in level except 25 levels when the developer raises the maximum number. And the other commonly used water that is used is the big lake, and it has 4 different types of fish, and that says 229, I believe. I have difficulty seeing that, and these are used extensively by many people just to raise levels up quickly. But you can also use them for doing the ingredients for your facilities, or you can even use them as decoration if you so desire. So without using any tools, I'm going to go by Big Lake here. So we click on it, and you have 2 different types, go in that direction and go in this direction. So we're going to get one here, and this is a 12 by 12 farm, and you can see that when you buy it with just a regular walking person, because it's marked there as a default, you can't move it off the farm. Simply go in on it and click buy one, and it gives you the same choice you did before. And as you can see, as soon as I try to move it off the farm, it, it goes red. Also, if I try to put it on top of the other one, it won't let you do that either. So we're just going to leave it sit there. If you want to take and actually put them on top of each other, there's a method where you can do this where it's going to cost you farm cash for the tools to use it. I have been able to move these without using farm cash tools by using multiple tabs. Where I have 2 of these as an example, and I want to place them on the top of each other, I'll take and save that and go offline if I'm not already offline. I am offline. I save them, clicking on that very first box there. It's like a little diskette. And you'll see when I do that, you see a message there that says has been saved. Then once that is saved, you just press the control key down and click on play. And this is my default farm. We click and opens up a new tab. I'm going to open up this tab, and that'll get us. Now when we open up here, first thing I'm going to do is take it offline. And I only do that not because it makes a difference, other than if you don't take it offline, it will invariably, right in the middle of what you're doing, want you to click the button and go back online. And it'll do that repeatedly. Now, once we're over here, I can take and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one here, and I'm using I don't have any tools in my hand. I'm still using just the walking person. Okay. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move that. So clicking on move, and I'm going to move it over to here. I'll put it right in the smack middle. There you go. Right on top of where JJ is standing. And then again, we will take and save this. And we click on save. It's saved. Now we go back to the original one. I originally did it this way because I didn't have any farm cash or farm coins to speak of. And so therefore, I had to figure out a new way of doing it, which was similar to what some other folks did. Okay, so now I moved that one to the center last time. On this one, I'm going to make sure I got walking person, and I'm going to take this and click on move and move it right to the center, just like that, and save it. Now, you may ask, why am I going to all this trouble? Well, in this particular case, I haven't used any tools, and therefore, if I were a brand new player, I would not, I could stack these on top of each other, just like I did there, without having to pay farm cash for any tools. The tools you would need to do anything more extensive than that are the freestyle designer. And we type in freestyle. And okay, you see they have 3 different gloves, designer tools, total. The very first one, when you first start, you already have the yellow one in your hand, which just allows you to move stuff around a little bit, just like what we did there. However, if you want to take and overlap your paths or your ponds, and this was pond, you could do so by purchasing the orange freestyle farm designer. That costs 40 farm cash. If you want to buy the purple glove, you must first buy the orange glove, then the green glove, and then finally the purple glove. I've already purchased them, so therefore for me it shows duplicate. Okay. This also will allow you to hang items off the sides of your farm if they're orientated to do so. So in order to use it though, once you've bought other ones, this one becomes hidden. So in order to use it, we have to go to our item storage and pull it out and click on it specifically. And we go to our and I'm going to look for freestyle. Okay. And here it sits. I'm going to use it by putting it on my farm. It doesn't matter which one you do. You can put it there. Now notice, I've still got nothing's showing there. And because I still have the walking person default activated, I can unmove them. But like you say, as soon as I bring it up, it lights over and it's not going off that edge. I can't put it back there. I just set it there. But if I go to the freestyle, I click on it and click on edit. And now you notice it shows us with an orange globe as our, okay, can we take and put this up here? It won't go over there, but notice it'll go over here. Down here, it'll go down over here, and it won't go off of that. So those two sides, you can't take it off of. But we're going to put him here. But now this one, notice he can go that way, but he can't go, and he can go up that way, but he can't go this way or off that side. So that's why you have various different types of these. Now, the only way you can put them two together when you're off the edge, and they're not going to fall off, is if you put them right there. Okay. Now, I'm going to move this dirt path. You can move the dirt path, and you can move plants or trees as well. However, if you try to move buildings or anything of that nature, and we'll go over here and grab a building out of our storage. So I'm going to go to buildings, which is right there. And you'll notice, okay, here's a building. We can put it here, and with our glove, we can't take it off the farm like we did the ponds. Now, and of course, if we had the pond up, we can't put it on top of the pond, just like that. No, we can't do that. We can put the pond under there, but we can't put the castle on top of the pond because that's the limitations of this orange glove. This concludes part 1 of our video on using the fish and moving them around and tools involved. In the next portions, we will show you how to use the green glove and the purple glove. If this video has helped you, click on like and subscribe. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. Yeah. Thank you for watching and happy farming.